time for some real talk. Are your actions right now, as they are, if you continue to do them, going to get you to where you want to be? Be honest, have a look. Is it true? I can tell you for me it's not. Now, I have run and owned 3 companies that have done over £100,000, one that has done over £1 million, and one that is hopefully going to be my first 10 million plus company. But the issue is, you have a look at that and like, is my company right now, the one that we're focusing on, is that a 7-figure company? Well, no. We did like $500,000 last year. And now we're at maybe a run rate of about 600K, where you convert that into dollars and you're at like 900,000, right? But you're not actually doing $1 million a year. And the goal that I have to be doing 3 to 5. So by changing nothing that we're doing today, we won't get there. And you have to understand that if that is you, if you're in the same situation as me, you will never get there if you don't change. So why am I not changing faster? I've taken a lot of big swings. I know this is a true fact. If you do not train like a professional, you will never become a professional, right? That's what an Ironman taught me. But if you train like a professional long enough, it will happen. And so this is how my approach to business has been. You need to scale up to a place where you are doing the things that someone of that size does. In terms of, you have the systems, you have the number of customers coming in, you have them being fulfilled in the right way, you have onboarding, customer success, like ascensions throughout their journey, correct offboarding, all this sort of stuff. Without it, you physically cannot get there, right? At least in the vehicle that we're in right now. So the few swings that we've taken over the last couple of years, we've taken in revenue across our entire business lives, £2 to £3 million, which is not massive when you talk to other people doing much bigger things. Was that right? 2 to 3? Yeah, maybe a little more, but around there, right? And how much profit have we taken? A fraction of that, because we reinvest everything, we're scaling, we're learning, we're doing all this sort of stuff. This year, this company we're doing is the first time that we are looking at scaling without fulfilling more people. The reason for that is because our money model wasn't good enough to sustain growth. i.e., as you increase in scale, operational inefficiency kicks in because people are not as good, it's not as bespoke. Sometimes it goes the other way and you get more operational efficiency, but most of the time it's not true. You know, like scaling paid ads. If you 10x the cost on your paid ads, the spend, you probably don't 10x your profit. You might 3 or 4x, which is still net the right thing to do, but it doesn't necessarily stay linear. And so that's the situation that we're at. We're trying to create a company where we make 40, 50% profit margins as a service-based business, which I think is great, so that we then have the capacity to scale and have the money in our own pockets to actually be able to do that and take those big risks again. But the harsh truth is, if we change nothing today, we won't get there. If we stay exactly as we are. Now, we'll have a great paid job, right? We could systemize the company, work maybe 2 to 3 hours a day for, well, 5 to 600K at 40 to 50% profit. You do the maths. Is that worth it? Hell yeah. But is that going to give me the 20 mil sellout that I'm planning for? No, that's the harsh reality. And so I hear this so often with people who are trying to lose weight, they're trying to start a business, they're trying to prepare for a marathon or do something extraordinary, but they're not doing the actions that the extraordinary person would do, and then wondering why they're not there. And that's the harsh reality of where I'm at right now. I'm not there because I'm not doing the things, and currently to this day, I'm not willing to do those things. Now, I'm not unwilling forever, don't get me wrong, and I'm not using this time completely idly. The goal for me right now is increase leverage so that we can then increase scale in a more comfortable manner. But I need to understand that if I don't change, I will never get to where I want to be. If the same is for you, I'd be really interested to know. But if not, no stress. And this one's for me to look back on when I'm feeling on top of the world and I need a reality check, right? We need to do more because the amount that you are compensated is directly proportional to the number of people that you serve. So if you are not compensated as you wish to be, help more people and figure out systems and methods to do that. And you're probably going to have to pay your own money, spend your own time not being paid developing and learning the skill, and then spend a load of money implementing it to try and figure out what works best actually for you in your situation. Because not everything is plug and play, but you do have to come at it from a scientific approach of test, 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 fail, 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 test, test, test. Oh, one worked. Okay, let me now make 7 iterations on that one. And then fail, fail, win, win, fail, fail, win. And then it starts to pick up, right? But you've got to go through those losses. So, reality check for you, reality check for me. Do the actions for the person you want to be. Peace.